Subscribe, like, and share Cosmo Academia. Imagine this. Your favorite Coke, not refreshing, but potentially harmful. That's the situation Coca-Cola faced on January 27th, 2025. They announced a massive product recall in 6 European countries. This wasn't a small issue. It was a big deal for the company and for Coke lovers everywhere. The recall was due to contamination fears, specifically a chemical called chlorate. This chemical, found in some batches of Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and other drinks, sparked concern among consumers and authorities alike. This recall was a stark reminder that even the biggest companies aren't immune to production issues. The news spread like wildfire, putting Coca-Cola in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. This wasn't just about money, it was about public health and trust. It became a global news story, raising questions about food safety and corporate responsibility. Subscribe, like, and share Cosmo Academia. The recall affected a wide range of Coca-Cola products, not just Coke itself. Popular drinks like Sprite, Fanta, Minute Maid, and even iced teas like Fuse Tea were on the list. Both cans and glass bottles were affected, making it a significant concern for consumers. The recall targeted 6 European countries: Belgium, Netherlands, Britain, Germany, France, and Luxembourg. These countries saw a massive removal of Coca-Cola products from store shelves. It was a logistical nightmare, but a necessary step to protect consumers. The affected products had specific production codes, ranging from 328 GE to 338 GE, and were shipped as early as November 2024. This meant that a large number of products were potentially contaminated, making the recall even more urgent. Consumers were urged to check their pantries and refrigerators for any affected products. The sheer scale of the recall was alarming, highlighting the potential widespread impact of the contamination. Subscribe, like, and share Cosmo Academia. Chlorate, the culprit behind the recall, is a chemical often used in water treatment and food processing. While it's generally safe in low amounts, higher levels can pose health risks, especially with long-term exposure. In the case of Coca-Cola, the contamination originated at their production facility in Ghent, Belgium. Routine testing revealed higher than usual chlorate levels in certain batches of their products. This discovery set off alarm bells, prompting the company to take immediate action. The exact cause of the contamination remains unclear. Investigations are underway to determine how the chlorate levels exceeded acceptable limits. It could be a malfunctioning equipment, a procedural error, or even a contaminated ingredient. Whatever the cause, this incident highlights the importance of rigorous quality control in the food and beverage industry. Even a small oversight can have significant consequences, impacting public health and brand reputation. Subscribe, like, and share Cosmo Academia. The news of chlorate contamination naturally raised concerns about potential health risks. While not immediately life-threatening, long-term exposure to high levels of chlorate can be harmful, especially for children. The main concern is the impact on the thyroid gland. Chlorate can interfere with iodine uptake, which is crucial for thyroid hormone production. This interference can lead to hypothyroidism, a condition characterized by slowed metabolism, weight gain, and fatigue. Children, especially those with iodine deficiency, are particularly vulnerable. Their developing bodies require adequate iodine for proper growth and development. Exposure to high levels of chlorate can disrupt this delicate balance, potentially leading to long-term health problems. While the risks are real, it's important to note that the levels of chlorate detected in the recalled products were not considered acutely toxic. However, the potential for long-term harm, particularly for vulnerable populations, justified the recall as a precautionary measure. Subscribe, like, and share Cosmo Academia. Section 5, Coca-Cola's response: damage control in action. Faced with a potential crisis, Coca-Cola acted swiftly, aiming to mitigate the damage and reassure the public. They acknowledged the contamination issue, apologized for the inconvenience, and outlined their response plan.
The company initiated a massive product recall, pulling millions of bottles and cans from shelves across the 6 affected countries. They also ceased production at the Ghent facility until the contamination source was identified and rectified.
In addition to practical measures, Coca-Cola launched a public relations campaign to address concerns and rebuild trust. They issued statements emphasizing their commitment to product safety and consumer well-being.
They also provided contact information for consumers seeking refunds or further information. While some criticized the company for not acting sooner, Coca-Cola maintained that they acted as soon as the contamination was confirmed.
They emphasized that their priority was to remove the affected products from circulation and prevent potential harm to consumers. Subscribe, like, and share Cosmo Academia. Section 6. Governments step in. Different countries, different reactions. The Coca-Cola recall triggered a wave of responses from regulatory bodies across the affected countries. While all shared the goal of protecting public health, their approaches and actions varied depending on their specific regulations and the perceived level of risk. Luxembourg's Veterinary and Food Administration, for instance, issued a strong warning highlighting the potential risks of chlorate, particularly for children. They urged consumers to dispose of any affected products and consult a doctor if they had concerns. The Netherlands Food and Consumer Product Safety Authority took a similar stance, issuing a warning and advising consumers against consuming the recalled products. They also launched an investigation into the extent of the contamination and Coca-Cola's response. Belgium, where the contamination originated, saw the Federal Agency for the Safety of the Food Chain leading the charge. They announced the recall, collaborated with Coca-Cola to identify the affected products, and oversaw the removal of these products from the market. These varying responses highlight the complex landscape of food safety regulations across Europe. While harmonization efforts exist, each country retains its own approach to risk assessment and consumer protection. Subscribe, like, and share Cosmo Academia. Section 7. What should consumers do? In the wake of the recall, consumers were left wondering what to do next. The most crucial step was to check their homes for any affected products. Coca-Cola provided a detailed list of the recalled products, including batch numbers and production codes, on their website and through various media outlets. If consumers found any of the recalled products, they were advised not to consume them. Instead, they should dispose of them properly or return them to the point of purchase for a full refund. This applied even if the products had already been opened or partially consumed. Consumers who had already consumed any of the affected products and were experiencing any unusual symptoms were advised to consult their doctor. While the risk of acute illness was considered low, seeking medical advice provided peace of mind and allowed for early detection of any potential issues. This recall served as a timely reminder for consumers to be vigilant about food safety. Checking product labels, staying informed about recalls, and following safe food handling practices are essential for protecting ourselves and our families. Subscribe, like, and share Cosmo Academia. Section 8. Lessons learned, a wake-up call for food safety. The Coca-Cola recall, while disruptive and concerning, provided valuable lessons for the food and beverage industry, regulatory bodies, and consumers alike. It highlighted the importance of robust food safety systems, transparent communication, and proactive consumer engagement. For food and beverage companies, this incident underscored the need for stringent quality control measures at every stage of the production process. From sourcing raw materials to manufacturing, packaging, and distribution, vigilance is key to preventing contamination and ensuring product safety. Regulatory bodies were also reminded of the importance of effective monitoring, rapid response mechanisms, and clear communication channels with both industry and the public. This incident highlighted the need for continuous improvement of food safety regulations and enforcement mechanisms to keep pace with evolving risks. Consumers, on the other hand, learned the importance of staying informed about food safety issues, paying attention to product recalls, and adopting safe food handling practices at home. This incident emphasized the shared responsibility of ensuring the safety of our food supply. Subscribe, like, and share Cosmo Academia. Section 9. The future for Coke, bouncing back from a setback. The Coca-Cola recall, while a significant setback, is unlikely to spell doom for the beverage giant. The company has weathered storms before, and its vast resources and global reach will likely enable it to recover from this incident. The key to a successful recovery lies in addressing the root causes of the contamination, rebuilding trust with consumers, and demonstrating a genuine commitment to product safety. This requires transparency in their investigations, accountability for any lapses, and tangible actions to prevent similar incidents in the future. The road to recovery won't be easy, but Coca-Cola's long history and brand recognition give it a fighting chance. By learning from this experience, strengthening its food safety practices, and prioritizing consumer trust, Coca-Cola can emerge from this crisis stronger and more resilient. The recall serves as a stark reminder that even the most iconic brands are not invincible. It underscores the importance of continuous improvement, unwavering commitment to quality, and open communication in building and maintaining consumer trust. Subscribe, like, and share Cosmo Academia.